Hi, for this video, I'm going to show you how you can configure our MCP server to connect with Claude. First of all, I'm working on Databricks Cloud.Partner. This feature is in .11, which ships the first week in December. So this actually instance of AtScale already has .11 installed. So let me show you how you configure it. So you're going to go to Claude, and let's open up Claude. I'm going to configure the client here. It works the same on the server version. Okay. Now you're going to go to Claude and settings, and you're going to go to connectors. Now what you see right here is that you see I already have one connected, and I'm using that URL to my Databricks partners AtScale connection. You should see in here if you've configured it correctly, is you should see it should say configure. It shouldn't say connect or anything like that. If you do configure, you can see that it lists the three different tools that we expose. And the nice thing here is that with at least Claude, you can stop it from asking all these permission questions by saying always allow. So that it will actually automatically create that for you, or automatically run those tools without asking you every single time. I'm going to uninstall because what I want is I want to do this again. You can see it's now says connect. That means it's not working correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. Okay, so here we are starting clean. So this is how I'm going to add a new one. I'm going to add a connector. I'm going to call it AtScale MCP server. I'm going to call it partners, since that's what I'm going to point to. You can't have more than one URL at a time, so this is really important. You have to actually you can only create one endpoint at a time, or else it will complain. Okay, so what you want to do here is you are going to want to use these advanced settings, because we're going to connect with OAuth. What OAuth means is that it's actually going to communicate through Keycloak. So it's going to use your credentials to run the queries, which is really important. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go. Well, first of all, the OAuth client is pretty easy. It's AtScale-MCP. So let me go into Design Center and go into Keycloak and show you what's happening here. Okay, here we go. So if you go into clients, what you're going to see is AtScale MCP right here. So that is that's where you're going to find that client that everything is hooked up to. And if you click on credentials, what you're going to get here is on the credentials tab, you're going to see that there's the client secret. That's what you want. So don't regenerate it, please. I think that's going to mess things up. Copy it to the clipboard. And come back to the dialog here, and for the client secret, you're going to paste it in there, and you're going to add it. Now it does this weird thing where it just comes back and says it looks like it didn't work. It did work. Just click cancel here. These tools have really bad UIs, and you're going to have to connect. So if you do the connect, what it should do is it should go ahead and connect. Okay, it did. It connected, which meant it made the handshake through the Keycloak. Now, since I'm already logged into AtScale Design Center, that's why I didn't pop anything else up. I'm already logged in. So that's the key, is if you're already logged into Design Center, you won't have to go through that flow. So now you see it says configure. It defaults to always allow, which is great. So now we're ready to go. To test this, I'm going to do new conversation, and I'm going to say show me the AtScale models I can query. So this is your true test that everything is working correctly, and I'm going to use this for everything. So you see that it's calling the list models tool, and then you can see that it actually shows me the models that are on my Databricks instance. That's great. Next, you can do some other things you could do. You could say, show me the metadata for the internet sales model. for example, and it will go ahead and it will then do a describe model for you. It's calling that tool. You don't have to do this, but it's kind of interesting because usually what Claude and these LLMs will do is that they'll do some interesting things and give you some um, extra detail about these. Like it's and you can see there's some other instructions. I like to do a demo by saying show me sales by product for France. I use France because it is a it'll convert it to euros some of the times, most of the time. This is what Claude will do is not necessarily deterministic. You might see that it's here we go. Sometimes it does get that first query wrong. In this case, it did not, and it gives me my key insights. What I like to say is that what I just did, with that prompt, show me sales by product for France. That is actually very. You can see it did do euros here. You can see that's very BI toolish. The real way to do this is to say, show me, or how about this? Tell me something about sales. That is, and what you're going to see Claude's going to do in this case is it's going to figure out the queries that it wants to run. So it's going to go ahead and run what is calling comprehensive analysis, but you can see it's running queries, and it's running queries and doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it's doing there. That's new. But if I go and I look and see what it's doing in my query stuff, I'll say select internet sales, select models, and what you can see here is you can see those queries are being run as Dave Mariani. So that's proof that OAuth is working, and that is very exciting. So it's going to run these queries, and it's going to do some amazing things that you'll see here. Just trust me. I'm not going to wait for this to finish, but it will come up with some amazing analysis about AdventureWorks that you never knew, and it's pretty darn cool. So that's it for now, and look for my other videos on configuring the other clients. Thanks.